Takadosh Boker Or Bekiim Bahalacha 3 day 71 Siman 11 Halacha Nun Bet. Sorry, Nun Gimel. Okay, Halacha Nun Gimel. Okay, page 146. Okay, it says over here like this. Before you're going to come and put the tzitziot inside of the hole of the talit, you say Leshem Misva Sisit. והתבהר לקמם בסימן י"ד עם שדיני לשמה בטלת ציצית. This is going to be mentioned in סימן י"ד with all the halachot of ציצית, and also some people are careful, מעת שהטילו החוטים מן הכבד עד לגמור, ממש finishing up, right? That he said, יש מעת שהטילו החוטים עד לגמור כאשר כל החוטים ואינו מעיקר הדין מידה חסידות. מה יש נזרים? יש נזרים for what? Exactly, to speak. They're missing a word in Hebrew. No, because it says in Hebrew, it just says they're careful from the beginning of putting in the holes until the finishing, but it's not me'ikar adin midal chasidut. Be careful of what? Obviously, it's speaking. So they made a mistake in the Hebrew. Okay. So now he comes and he says this. So that was halakha number 53. Let's look at number 49 in the 149 in the footnote. The response of Yitzchak Yitzchak taught that the practice of the devout is not to interrupt by speaking while tying the tzitziot onto the talit. This is because the tassel represents lofty concept of Hashem's unity, as the Shulchan explains. In fact, those who refrain from wanting the tzitzit tassel, since it's like erasing the name of Hashem, even though we don't do that, right? In reality, however, tying the tzitziot is not the same as writing Hashem's name, nor is the unwinding, right? Erasing the name of Hashem, so there's no problem. Tamya Minagim testifies that the tzaddik of Pinchas of Koretz was careful not to speak while trying tzitziot. It's also brought down in the Lachabura. It could be that he was more stringent, he meditated lofty Kabbalistic concepts as he did it. But again, it's a commendable practice, but it's not mamash chova. So to minute, it's not mamash like a chova to do such a thing. It's nice. Ze yafeh. Aval ze lo chova. You understand? So, technically, you're allowed to speak, you're allowed to think. Yeah? Yesh לך זה בפלאפון. Yeah? את day 71. Okay? Halacha nun daled. Nun daled says, kesher shenitrofef en leadeko b'Shabbat. Let's say you have a knot that opens up a little bit. So don't tie it on Shabbat. Okay? Why? Chashash kosher. Because of kosher. So obviously there's going to be a problem. If you're going to tie it up, it's a problem. Okay? Fine. Next. Nun hey. Yesh omrim. Some people say, שצריך לדקדק שיתלה ציציות לאורך הטלית. You have to put it at the length of the talit. אם יהיה ברוחבו, לא היה נוטף. שהרי כלפי הקרקע תלוי. So then it's going to be כלפי הקרקע. ויהיו הציציות נוטפות על הקרן בין בשעת התלייה או אחר כך ונשפטו לצד מוטב, לצד מטה יחזירם. ואף בשבת יחזיר מקומם ואין לחוש מזה משום דרכם וכל זה לכתחילה בדיעבד אין קפידה. Meaning like this. I don't know what to relate anymore. So basically like this. Let's look. Yeah, here you got a talit. So now you've got, where exactly does it go? The tassels. Meaning like this. Here you have the talit. And here, did you realize it's on this side? Does it go on this side or does it go on this side? So look over there. You see there, it says on the top, what does it say? Orech and rochav. Where's the orech? What is the orech? Well, what does it say there? Right? The top part. So this is called the orech. And the rochav is up to down. So he says like this. According to some poskim, the loops of the tzitzit should lie along the length, right, of the talit. So when the person wears it, it's horizontal, right? And then it drops down over the corners. If the loops would actually be on the width side, so then it's like down or below the corners, right? So therefore he comes and he says, when you're wearing this, did you realize it's on the sides? It's not on the bottom. You understand? So he comes and he says, so there's a beautiful lachad, there's a huge machloket in this and everything. So one minute. It is important to pay attention that this and readjust the tassel loops that they fall into the other side of the corners. This may be done on Shabbat as well. It is considered, and it's not considered an act of repairing. It's not mitaken mana if you do this on Shabbat. If someone wears his talit and hanging from the wrong side, right, he still fulfills the mitzvah. So to mean b'diavad, the mitzvah. Meaning b'diavad, whether you have it like this or like this, for sure you're going to mitzvah chovah. The question is, lechatchila, what are you supposed to do? Okay? 1 second, so we just said. Mishnah, the number 150. The proskim derived from this halakha that the words on the corners of the garment means that the tzitziot should drop over the corners. Okay? Meaning they shouldn't go downwards. They should go in the corners. Meaning this tzitzit now is on the corner. Ze ala kanaf. Im ze po, ze lo ala kanaf. It's on the bottom. It's hanging down. Ze lo ala kanaf. Right? It's not on the corner. Meaning, if you do like this, it's not on the corner; it's hanging downwards. So therefore, it has to be this way. Because if it's this way, the tzitzit is hanging on the corner. Okay, it's hanging on this corner. So he says over here, the Mishnah Berurah cited the Achronim asking that when a person drapes the talit over his body, the two tzitziot hanging behind him will be positioned correctly, but those in front of him will be hanging straight down, none on the corners. So in light of this question, he recommended that the hintesils be positioned along the talit's length, but the front ones along the width. So to the Mishnah Berurah Omer Pshara. The ones in the back, right, is going according to the length, and the ones in the front, the width. Again, where do you have the length and the width there?
The front is over.
No, but this to this is what?
Over is this.
So this is the length. So therefore, he's coming and saying the ones on the back are going to be towards the length, meaning on the sides, and the which one? 1 minute, 1 minute. And then the one on the front will be along the width. That's the way it is there?
No.
No? Very good. That's a Mishnah Berurah. Apparently, the Mishnah Berurah pictured people putting on the talit simply by draping it over the neck and shoulders without raising the two sides on top of the shoulders. Therefore, if the tassel loops are hanging along the talit's width, the front tassel will be hanging down from the talit instead of hanging on the corners. Nowadays, a common way to wear the talit is to raise the two sides onto the shoulders. So when worn this way, all four lie in the correct manner, falling over each of the corners. Both the Chazon Ish and the Piskei Teshuvot reconciled this problem, right, in this manner. So they say it should always be on this side, on the sides. Yes, and therefore it's always going to be on the corners. So I'm just doing it for what's it called? I'm not look, when I come and I'm putting it on. Okay, so now since I just put it like this, so it has to be ala kanaf. This is ala kanaf. If it's this is ala kanaf. This is the kanaf.
Yeah.
This is ala kanaf. If it's like this, it's not on the corner. It's hanging from the corner, but it's not hanging on the corner. So it has to be like this. So the Mishnah Berurah came and he said, the back ones, right? Right? This, you could have it like this. But the front ones, you should do like this. Now he said, but 1 second. The way that I have it now, right? I pick up the talit and it's on top here. I should also do it this way. So that's why the Chazon Ish and the Piskei Teshuvot say on the side and also on the back on the side. So therefore, since it's on the side, it's hanging on the kanaf. You understand? If it's like this, it's not hanging on the kanaf. It's on the bottom. It's not hanging on the corner. Here, it's hanging on the corner. The tzitzit is on the corner. Okay, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Ma? לא, זה מה שאומר החזון איש ואת החזון איש, sorry, let me just
מה אנחנו עושים?
Yeah, 1 second. Or don't fold it completely just in case we still need it. Right, 1 minute, okay? What, מה? זה? כן. Let's study. On all sides. 1 second, but just wait, because we might need it again. Okay, number 56, נון וו. ייזהר מאוד שלא יציצו תלויים באלכסון, מפני שהוא מנהג הקראים. Now, it's either going to be down or on the side, but never balachson. On the bottom part. No. Okay, this is fine. This is exactly hanging on the corner. What about if I do it like this? So this is a sur, because this is exactly, how do you call it? Diagonal. It's either up or down, but not like this. Because this the karaim do. So the karaim do exactly here. So it's either going to be up or down. Okay? So he says 153. Sorry, I forgot 151, 152. The ruling the Mishnah Berurah, the Pri Megadim added that moving the tassel to the represent does not infringe upon tasem lo nasui, because again, it's still going to be kosher. Okay, the Ginav Radim 152 says some people refrain from adjusting the positions on Shabbat because ki'ilu it's mitakem hana. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong. So that's what we pass. There's nothing wrong. The Magen Avraham number 153 says that this practice is the minhag of the karaim, and therefore that's why it's forbidden. The Levush, however, stated a different explanation, that he says that if it's placed diagonally, so it looks as if that there's two different tzitziot, one on either side of the corner. So therefore, obviously, it's not going to be good. Fine. Halacha number Nun Zayin, page 148. Nun Zayin. נכון שבשעה שקושר הקשר הראשון הסמוך לכנף הטלית, ידקנו מעט. באופן שלא יזיזו ציציות הנבענה ולאחר מכן ותמיד תהיה נאותו ולכן ולא גולשת בכלפי מטה. Meaning, once you already do it, So then it's not good to come and to, meaning that you tighten it a little bit, so that way it's not going to be moving from one place to another. Okay, and we already explained it above in Alachad Lamed Hey, Shimal Dekshiran Kapela Beged, if it's going to be folding, at Shuket Pachot Mikasher Agudal, Afal Pichin, it's still going to be kosher, because at the end of the day, you still have the kanaf, right? Meaning, Chaval, I would have needed it again. Okay, fine. But he says, it's okay. No, it's okay. So he says like this, look at the picture in 83. David, 83. Yeah. So he says over here, look at number 154. Samachrim rule that one should purposely tie the tassel's loop to be shorter than the distance from the hole, and this will help ensure that it will remain on the correct side. Yeah, you understood? Meaning, if you're going to take the side of the thing, if you tighten a little bit too much, you fold a little bit the talit. He says maybe that's good. You know why? Because that way it's not going to move. Meaning, if it's too loose, it'll go back and forth. So therefore, do it a little bit. He says that it's not going to be a problem. He says why? He comes that follows the ruling there because Yosha explained the practice of the author of Terah to Matadeshin. This was the practice of the Chazonish and Piskei Teshuvot as well. Other Acharonim, no. He says other Acharonim question the correctness of this practice, since it may be that by tying the loop on this manner, it will be considered as if the section of the corner is missing, making the hole too close to the garment's edge. But he says, but again, it's not a problem. Okay? Last halacha, 58. Some people say, so it's forbidden to attach any other type of a material to the corner of the talit, right? They argued, right, that the tzitzit must be in contact with the actual corner of the talit and not with another material attached to the corner. The halacha, though, is that it is permissible, right? In fact, the common custom is to reinforce the corners of the talit by attaching a patch, and then this is going to prevent from tearing. And the patch in the eyes of the halacha becomes part of the talit in itself, and therefore this patch can even be made of leather, and there's no problem. And that's what the halacha is. That's a minhag. So the minhag is that we do have patches. That's on the four sides you have patches, and therefore the tzitzit is going to be on the patch. The patch is considered the beged. Once the patch is considered the beged, there's no problem.